What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce and today is December 8th of 2022 and welcome to another Final Order Cutoff Speculation and Recommendations, the video where I look at this upcoming weekend's Final Order Cutoff and I try to figure out if there's any books worth speculating on or if there's any books worth picking up based on the story itself. And that's really it, guys. That's all this video is all about. It is your one-stop shop to figure out if there's any books on Final Order Cutoff that you guys should be pre-ordering. And you definitely want to get your pre-orders in because you save up to 25% by getting your pre-orders in on Final Order Cutoff. And who doesn't love to save money? Well, crazy people, obviously. Alright guys, so how this video is going to work, we're first going to go over the speculation, and then at the end of the video, I'll give you guys my recommendation based on if there's a book worth picking up based on the story itself, and that's really it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive in to Final Order Cutoff speculation. But before we do that, we are going to go over my 2 weekly reminders about speculation. But if you guys are seasoned speculators, guys, look down in the description below. There are timestamps which you can skip these 2 weekly reminders. But if you guys are new to speculation, stick around and hear these 2 reminders. Alright guys, my first reminder that I have for you guys, and I've said this every single time on my speculation video, is the most important thing that you guys need to do is do your own research. Guys, I'm going to talk about books that have speculation, and I am going to give you my opinion on what I think are the best investments. But what you guys need to do is go check out the comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you guys can make the best decisions possible for yourself. Because remember, you're spending your own hard-earned money on these books. Not my money, your money. And the last and final reminder that I have for you guys is that there are delays in comic books. So sometimes a book will show up multiple times on Final Order Cutoff, and that is because its release date got moved for one reason or another. So I just want to give you guys that information in case you see a book multiple times on these videos, and that is because its release date got moved for one reason or another. All right, guys, those are my 2 reminders. Let's go ahead and dive in to Final Order Cutoff speculation. Alright guys, before we dive into the actual speculation in the recommendations, you guys should know that if you guys are interested in any of the books that I'm about to talk about, you guys need to get your pre-orders in by December 11th for your DC, Vault, and Scout books, and December 12th for your Marvel and all the other indie titles. Alright guys, with those dates out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into my cover lever picks for this upcoming weekend's Final Order Cutoff. Alright guys, there's only one cover that I think might do well on the secondary market in the future based on the cover art alone, and that's kind of sad. That's the one bad thing about Final Order Cutoff, is that not all the covers that are going to be out on New Comic Book Day are released. So we're dealing with a small batch of the covers that actually could be speculation worthy. But let's go ahead and cover this one cover that I think might do well, and that is for Sins of Sinister #1, the Art Germ variant. And the one thing that's going to hurt this cover, because it is an absolutely gorgeous cover, is that it is open orders. So there are going to be a lot of copies of this out in the world, but guys, if you think of like 5-10 years down the line when there's a lot more people collecting comics or new people getting into the hobby, I think this cover could do well, because come on, this Emma Frost cover is absolutely fantastic. Alright guys, with my cover lever pick out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into all the books that have speculation. Alright guys, after going over all the books on Final Order Cutoff, I could only find really 4 books that had speculation, or at least speculation that I could actually talk about to you guys. So let's go ahead and dive into these first books. So the first one up is Batman Superman's World's Finest, issue number 11. This has the identity of Boy Thunder revealed. And next up is Flash issue number 791, and the solicitation mentions Miss Murder. Yep, you heard that right. Miss Murder is a character in the Flash, is also hunting the team, and she has the Speedhounds, which this might be the first appearance of the Speedhounds. Alright guys, next up is Lazarus Planet Assault on Krypton issue number 1, and this is the issue where John Kent becomes Electric Blue Superman, which is actually kind of cool. You remember when after Superman died, we had the Electric Blue and I think the red version of Superman for a while. So this is John Kent taking on the mantle of the Electric Blue Superman. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows if it's actually cool or not. And next up, in the last book that has speculation is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 18. This is the first team appearance of the Insidious Six. How many versions of this are we going to have? A demonic version of the Sinister Six. So those are the 4 books on Final Order caught up that have speculation. Stick around and find out if I think there are any books that you should consider speculating on. Alright guys, so after going over those 4 books, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell that I'm going to say, save your money. None of these books are truly worthy of speculation. Are we ever going to see Electric Blue Superman on the big screen, and especially in the John Kent form? No. Is the Insidious Six worth speculating on? No. Is the Miss Murder in the Speedhounds worthy speculating on? No. And is the identity of Boy Thunder actually worth speculating on? No. So I think you guys can go ahead and skip this Final Order cutoff based on speculation. You might want to get a copy or 2 of that Sins of Sinister, the Art Germ variant, because that is a gorgeous variant. You can put that in your cover lover box and then, you know, flip through it every once in a while and maybe pick yourself up an extra copy. Just in case 5-10 years down the line, this book starts to get some traction and then you will have a copy in your long-term spec box. Now, before you guys go anywhere, I know I said I would not do any new comic book day speculation, but guys, I do have one little nugget of information for you guys. This is called a new comic book day speculation nugget. All right, guys, this is a cover lover pick for next week's new comic book day, which is December 12th of 2022. And guys, you guys might want to consider picking this cover up if you guys can score yourself a copy of it. And it is Dark Ride issue number 3. This is the cover D 1 in 25, done by Tony Fleece and Andy Price. Now, guys, all of these 1 in 25s, there's only been 2 of them so far, for Dark Ride have done well on the secondary market based on the cover art alone. And these covers have been homages to Disney covers. So people are really into these for some reason because Dark Ride is all about demons and darkness, and so they have twisted versions of Disney characters on the covers. So if you guys go to your local comic book shop and you guys see this cover, I would highly suggest picking it up and checking out how it is doing on the secondary market, because this book might be a book that you guys can flip for a couple bucks. Alright guys, that is my new comic book day speculation nugget for you guys. So let's go ahead and dive into my Final Order cutoff story recommendations. Alright guys, after going over every single book on Final Order cutoff, I noticed there really wasn't a ton of new number 1s, and there was only one new number 1 that really stuck out to me that I think you guys might want to be picking up based on the story itself. And this is more of like a nostalgia pick possibly, but guys, I am talking about Darkwing Duck issue number 1. It's coming out from Dynamite Comics. It is written by Amanda Dibert, and it has art by Carlo Loro. I believe that's how you pronounce it, guys. You guys know I'm terrible at pronouncing names, but guys, I'm really excited for this book for multiple reasons. 1, nostalgia. This is really hitting home. I grew up with Darkwing Duck. I remember watching it and having so much fun when I was watching it. And I'm also excited to read this with my son, Jack. I think he's really gonna be into this, and I'm really hoping he does get into this, and this is a book that we can read together. And guys, Darkwing Duck is just a really cool character, and also it's from Dynamite Comics. I like supporting independent companies, so I'm excited that this is coming from a company like Dynamite Comics, and there are lots of cool covers because it's Dynamite Comics. They will always put out a ton. So that is my read recommendation. Do I know it's going to be any good? No, I do not. But I am hoping beyond hope that I'm going to be right, and this is going to be a really fun read, both for adults and also for children. Alright guys, that is the one and only book on Final Order cutoff that I think you guys might want to consider for actual reading, the story itself. Alright guys, that is it for this Final Order cutoff video, so let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, we are at the end of the video, and if you guys have stuck around this long, thank you guys so much, and you guys are legends. Now, I do have one piece of information that I do want to share with you guys. If you guys have not signed up for the Whatnot app, and you guys would like to give that app a try, and also save yourself $15 on your first order, guys, there is a link down in the description below, and you guys can click that and sign up, and you guys will get that $15 off, and I also get a small little kickback. So, if you guys have not tried out the app yet, guys, check out that link, and go ahead and get yourself $15 off your first order. Also guys, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notification, and smash that like button. And last but not least, guys, we are just 8 days away from Comics and Beer coming back. Stephanie and I are going to be around for an hour next Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's December 16th. Do not miss it. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be giveaways and giveaways. It is our Christmas holiday live stream. You guys do not want to miss it. So again, giveaways. Do I need to say anything else? Stephanie and giveaways. It's going to be a blast. Comic book news. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of that. We're also going to do some games. And if you guys do not have the Kahoot app downloaded yet, go ahead and download that because that's what we're going to be using for all of our games. And it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow with a top 5 best of 2022 video. If not, I'll catch you guys on Tuesday with my must-have pickups. Have yourself a great weekend, everyone, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.